All right. If anybody subscribes to Nintendo of America on Twitter, they probably saw this a couple of days ago. Now, if anybody owns a Wii U and is a fan of Legend of Zelda and watched the Nintendo Direct on November 12th or 15th, like the middle of November, or the beginning of November, knows that in the very beginning of the video, Reggie Fils-Aimé specifically said that the pre-order would get the CD. I watched it repeatedly, and the only thing that flashed up on the bottom was more details coming soon. Well, let me ask you a question. If you ever actually have seen the way Nintendo pre-orders go down, do you think Nintendo's unaware that their pre-orders sell out like almost instantly after their Nintendo Directs for the hot items, especially with the exclusive amiibo? Now, look, I'm not usually a big fan of pre-orders, but I know that in a lot of cases it's the only way to get these games with these amiibos. But I knew I was going to buy this game, and I thought, you know what? For a bonus soundtrack and the amiibo, for a bonus soundtrack CD and the amiibo, I thought, why not? I'll pre-order it. I know I'm going to buy this game when it comes out, and it would be pretty cool to add it to my collection of Zelda soundtracks that I already own. But oh no. If you look really closely, this is now a GameStop exclusive, announced on January 15th. Well, let me ask you a question. If this game came out 2 months ago, do you really think that there's any pre-orders left? You cannot pre-order this game at GameStop anymore. So basically what they're doing is they're, after the fact, throwing a bone to the people who pre-ordered at GameStop. Now, most people don't like console exclusives, and I'm pretty sure a lot of gamers I know do not like store exclusive DLC. Well, this is much worse. These are collector's items that you know someone's going to sell. Whether or not this CD is worth it or not, these are CDs that I like to have with my game. I like to listen. I got Skyward Sword with the gold controller, which I think you can actually see right there. You know, and it came with the CD. I think I was a Club Nintendo Platinum Reward member at one time, and I got the Majora's Mask soundtrack CD. Well, I was really excited to think, boy, you know, I can get a Link amiibo, Wolf amiibo, and for pre-ordering, I'm also going to get this CD. I saw a few people respond to this Twitter. I'd pull it up here if I wasn't holding this. That actually were like, wait a minute, didn't Reggie say if you pre-order the CD? Well, I actually took it a step further, and I wrote to Nintendo's customer service. And honestly, you know, I stated it as nicely as I could that, you know, I'll understand, but in the future, when you're going to announce store-exclusive pre-orders, don't you think you should do it immediately instead of waiting till people actually already make pre-orders to find out who's going to be the lucky one to get the exclusive content? I'm sorry, I will not be purchasing this soundtrack if they actually make it available afterwards. But if it seriously is only for the GameStop pre-orders, I stopped pre-ordering from them and buying just about anything from them in a very long time ago. But you know what? I knew that if I did not pre-order, I would probably have to pay twice as much, 3 times as much for this amiibo, as many of you have already experienced. Here's the other problem I have. Why are there limits on pre-orders? Why do pre-orders sell out, especially when the pre-orders for this game came out almost 4 months before this game is set to launch? This game comes out on March 4th. Well, if Nintendo, or any other company for that matter, makes a pre-order of a video game, don't you think that they could use that order as an order? Like, look, if I go to a restaurant and I order 5 pizzas, they may tell me, dude, you're going to have to wait like two hours or something. That's fine. I'll pre-order it, and I'll come back 2 hours from now. Well, here's the other problem I have with the freaking pre-order situation. If everybody sells out and resells them or whatever, you guys don't make a dime of that. But you know people are doing this. You've been made aware of this repeatedly with your amiibo and with all of these other exclusive shenanigans. But if the only way the easiest way you fix the problem is you sell your own pre-orders and you tally the orders. You have so many months. How much does it take to print one more disc of this? You know, and now with all the digital stuff, you could have offered this content for digital people too. Obviously, you can't get a digital amiibo. So that's why I went with the box. Well, I don't care if you keep with selling out of pre-orders. Just make more. You have an order already telling you people have paid for it. So what is the point of a pre-order if it sells out? What's the point? When pre-orders sell out, that makes 0 sense to me. It doesn't. It's almost like the opposite of why pre-order should exist. If you pre-order it as opposed to trying to go to the store and buy it when it comes out, you should never run out of pre-orders. Because that's a freaking order paid before the game even releases, so you know how many you need. Well, these blunders really annoy me. Obviously, I'm still going to buy this game because now this pre-order's sold out, and if I want the amiibo, I better not cancel the pre-order. Well, the game comes out like 2 months from now, so I really hope, and you know, I love the whole standard. I mean, I used to love Nintendo's customer service, and I still do. By and large, they still do a lot of good things. But if you write to them enough times, you'll start to see the cookie-cutter responses that they give. I was going to try to pull it up here. I thought I had the email, but for some reason, it's not coming to me. And it's very hard to multitask while I'm standing here holding the phone. But my problem comes down to this is a PR issue. If you did not make it specific at the time that it was announced, then all I was asking for was that you honor my pre-order and the pre-orders of these other people. I gave my address, and, you know, I got a standard, well, you know, we really appreciate your answer, and we really appreciate your comment, and if we were like you, if we were in your position, we'd feel exactly the same way. So we know exactly what you're going through. But, you know, as much as you say that, you don't fix the problem. And then when everybody says, well, we're going to forward your concerns to the highest, you know, authority, or however they phrase it. But the problem of Nintendo America is the last word. Because I have a lot more success with Nintendo's brand. But what I'm constantly amazed about is the American division of Nintendo. Nintendo of America is way behind the company. And they make all of these corporate decisions that make a lot of people scratch their heads. So all I'm saying is if you guys pre-ordered the Twilight Princess, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD, whether or not you were expecting to get the CD or not, or whether you care, did you see the Nintendo Direct? And if so, did you see how they described what this CD was going to be? It almost sounded like it was going to be a download for pre-ordering. That was my understanding. Then when I saw that this crap came out the other day, I was very upset. Because this is just the way you're supposed to announce this stuff. So let me ask you, if you did, make a comment, share this, or whatever. And why don't you just write to Nintendo and let them know that you don't think it's right that they announce a console's exclusive or a store exclusive after most pre-orders are sold out.